NFL, Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks through to championship games. The Seattle Seahawks were too good for the San Francisco 49ers, while the Denver Broncos edged past the Buffalo Bills in overtime in the divisional round playoff games on Saturday. Kenneth Walker III rushed for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns as the top-seeded Seahawks routed the visiting 49ers 41-6. Rashid Shaheed returned the opening kickoff 95 yards for a score to set the tone for the Seahawks, who will play host to the winner of Sunday's game between the Los Angeles Rams and Chicago next weekend for a berth in Super Bowl LX. Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold, who was questionable with a left oblique injury sustained during practice earlier in the week, completed 12 of 17 passes for 124 yards and a touchdown to Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Walker carried the load after teammate Zach Charbonnet sustained an apparent left knee injury late in the first half and didn't return. The 6th-seeded 49ers committed 3 turnovers and were stopped on downs 3 times. San Francisco's Christian McCaffrey, who played through a left shoulder injury sustained in the first half, rushed for just 35 yards on 11 carries and made 5 receptions for 39 yards. Brock Purdy was 15 of 27 passing for 140 yards, with 1 interception and lost a fumble. The Seahawks took a 17-0 lead after the first quarter. After Shaheed's touchdown, the 49ers turned over the ball on downs on their first possession, leading to a 31-yard field goal by Seattle's Jason Myers. San Francisco's next drive lasted just 2 plays, as tight end Jake Tonges fumbled after being hit by Ernest Jones IV following a reception. Darnold threw a 4-yard touchdown pass to Smith-Njigba to cap a 5-play 42-yard drive to make it 17-0. Eddie Pinheiro kicked field goals of 40 and 56 yards in the second quarter to get the 49ers on the scoreboard. Walker's 7-yard TD run with 31 seconds left in the half gave Seattle a 24-6 advantage. Myers added a 24-yard field goal midway through the third. Jones picked off a Purdy pass that led to Walker's 15-yard touchdown run with 2:23 left in the third to make it 34-6. Walker tacked on a 6-yard run with 12:43 remaining to cap the scoring. The Denver Broncos are through to the AFC Championship for the first time since the 2015 season, but their dramatic 33-30 overtime win over the visiting Buffalo Bills came at a cost. Broncos coach Sean Payton announced shortly after the win that second-year quarterback Bo Nix broke a bone in his right ankle late in overtime and will miss the rest of the season. Jarrett Stidham will start next Sunday in the AFC Championship game when Denver hosts the winner of Sunday's game between the New England Patriots and Houston Texans. It's a brutal ending to a strong home playoff debut for Nix, who completed 26 of 46 passes for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception while rushing for a team-high 29 yards. He threw a go-ahead 26-yard touchdown to Marvin Mims with 55 seconds left in regulation. Denver's stifling defense turned opportunistic in the win over the Bills with 5 forced turnovers, including 4 by reigning MVP Josh Allen. It will need to rise to the occasion in a major way with Nix sidelined. Denver's defense finished the regular season second in the league in total defense, 278.2 yards, and third in scoring defense, 18.3 points, but tied for 19th in turnover margin, -3. All 4 turnovers in regulation, along with the 5th most crucial one in overtime, were essential to the win. After Denver's opening drive of OT stalled out, a leaping interception by Jaquan McMillian, who ripped the ball away from Brandon Cooks in the air, halted a promising Buffalo drive. The Broncos' second OT drive was aided by a pair of pass interference penalties on the Bills, which accounted for 47 yards and moved Denver into the red zone to set up the game-winning 23-yard field goal by Will Lutz, his 4th of the game, with 4:44 remaining in overtime. After the Bills scored 17 straight points to take a 27-23 lead with 4:11 left in regulation, Nix led an 8-play, 73-yard drive to reclaim a late lead. He converted a 3rd and 11 with a 25-yard pass and a 3rd and 4 with a 6-yard run before his go-ahead touchdown pass to Mims. Mims caught 8 passes for 93 yards. Buffalo drove down the field on the ensuing drive and Matt Prater, a former Bronco, drilled a 50-yard field goal, his 3rd of the game, with 5 seconds left in regulation to force overtime. Allen was 25 of 39 passing for 283 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also ran for 66 yards but threw 2 interceptions and lost 2 fumbles, tying his career high with 4 turnovers. The Bills outgained the Broncos 449-349 and converted 10 of 15 third downs. They never punted, with their 5 turnovers marking the only drives that didn't result in points, but their most turnovers in a game since October 2018 proved to be their undoing. With the loss, Allen falls to 0-7 in overtime games and 0-3 in playoff overtime games in his career. Bills coach Sam McDermott, though, wasn't hearing any talk of him being the problem. "It's not on him. We had opportunities, all of us. I'm extremely proud of him," McDermott said. "He's a tremendous person, tremendous leader, tremendous quarterback. There are plays we all want back." After an opening Denver field goal, Buffalo took a 7-0 lead with 5 seconds left in the first quarter on a 4-yard pass from Allen to Mecole Hardman, his first catch as a Bill. Denver reclaimed the lead on a 7-yard catch by eligible offensive lineman Frank Crum before Buffalo tied it at 10 with 2:13 left in the half on a 33-yard Prater field goal. The Broncos scored 10 points in the final 22 seconds of the first half to take a 20-10 halftime advantage. After Knicks found Lil Jordan Humphrey for a 29-yard score to cap off a 2-minute drill, Devin Key recovered an Allen fumble on a keeper with 2 seconds left, setting up Lutz's 50-yard field goal as time expired. That lead was extended to 23-10 early in the third after Nick Bonitto forced another fumble with a sack of Allen, leading to another field goal. But Allen bounced back, giving the Bills a late lead with 17 points on their next 4 drives. He delivered touchdown passes to Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid, and another drive set up a Prater 31-yard field goal that made it 27-23 with 4:11 left.